Hello and welcome back to Tech Talk with Chad Hembree. This week's featured gadget is the iPhone 4 from Verizon. And to help show it off, we've brought to the studio, back again for another visit, Mr. Mike Beagle, who is here with actually the device in hand.
I sure am. I brought the device with me. I appreciate you having me back. The Verizon's proud to announce we waited for years and years to have the iPhone on our network, and it's finally here. And it's 3G. With 3G as strong as it is here in Berea, this is a fantastic device. It's been popular for the business channel, retail channel. It's been very successful for us.
Of course, we have listeners all over the country, and it looks like you're still preaching the largest network. Is that true for the high-speed internet? Are you rolling out everything for it?
It is. It sure is. Verizon Wireless continues to maintain the largest 3G network in all the United States.
And 3G is pretty much what we're still focusing on. I know we see a lot of advertisements for 4G, and then I like the Aussie commercial, the 5, and the
right. Right.
But the fact is, you really staying focused on 3G is not a bad idea at the moment.
No, 3G produces very fast internet speeds. You get broadband speeds up to 1 megabyte per second, and we got most of the nation blanketed. 4G is what's coming. 4G will be the future. We're in about 40 cities right now, but at the moment, 3G is still the focus. We're continuing to build out our 3G network.
So it's not like you've quit one and started the other.
We'll never back out of our 3G because it's what laid the pipe for our 4G. So 3G will always exist. The devices that we may see moving forward that will be 4G will be backwards compatible to even operate on the 3G because it's going to stay around for so long.
Great. Okay, well, we've talked about Verizon. Let's talk about the device itself and maybe some differences between it and the other company's iPhone.
This is the iPhone 4, right. Not to be confused with 4G. It operates on the 3G network. Apple made a device exclusive for us. They completely rebuilt it. They made it just for us. It is very similar in features, though. It has the great Retina display that some folks are familiar with. It's got the 5-megapixel camera on the back and the front-facing camera as well, so you can do the FaceTime application that everybody's become so familiar with, where you can actually see the video of the person you're talking to as long as they have an iPhone as well, or a device with the FaceTime. And it does support multitasking now, so you can have multiple applications open at the same time, where that's unique to the iPhone 4. The past iPhones couldn't do that.
Okay, so multitasking is something even the new Windows can't do.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. I know. We talked about it last week. The new Windows, and we were very upset about that. So this is interesting.
Yeah, you sure can, and I'll kind of demonstrate it a little bit here. So, for example, if I go ahead and open up Safari, if you double-click the home button down here, it's going to give you your available applications at the bottom to what you would like to jump to. So if I want to jump over to a score tracker by Yahoo, I tap that, and it moves over, and the internet is continued to run in the background. So if I double click and jump back to Safari, it's going to go right back there. I don't have to wait for it to load again. So it's actually running both applications at the same time.
Wow.
It's pretty sharp.
And do you know what processor is in this?
It's a 1 gigahertz.
1 gigahertz?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And memory?
Memory, this is the 16 gigabyte. Mm-hmm. We also have the 32 gig.
Okay, so 16 is the lowest now.
16 is the low.
Okay.
Yep.
And what are the prices on those phones?
With a 2-year contract, you can get the 16 gig for $200, and with a 2-year contract, the 32 gig will run you $300.
Okay, very competitive.
Yep. For what you get, it's a great price point on the network and the reliability of the device, and combined with our network, it's a fantastic deal.
Now, what version of the operating system are you running here? Do
you know? I'm not sure. It's the latest. I want to say 4. Do you know what?
No, I don't.
You don't know?
I really don't know. I'm not leading you this time.
Right. It's whatever the latest is that Apple has pushed out. There's not an operating system that's more advanced than what you would get at the store.
Latest.
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's fine. And I did hear there's a couple of changes on it. There were complaints on the blog about the case not lining up right.
Since they did make a device different for us, there is a little bit of difference that you'd see from a competitor's iPhone 4. The volume buttons, for example, are a little bit lower on ours because they completely remade the device and they put some different thought into why they would do things. And the geniuses at Apple they decided it was best for our device to have them here. So,
Okay.
not a whole lot of reasoning why, but it is a little bit different positioning on the volume buttons right there. You still have the lock button in the same positioning. But other than that, it's pretty much the same.
So that's really the only difference then.
Yeah.
So, you hear complaints and you wonder how legit some of it is.
Right. And the big differentiator is going to be the network. I hear folks all the time say, I got this great device, but it just doesn't do anything. And it's slow, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. But when you're on true 3G coverage, your apps are flying. You can update them. Your internet speeds, everything's just great.
Well, I do a lot of traveling, of course, and especially here lately, I've been out in eastern Kentucky quite a bit.
Yeah.
Out there, there's not many options. Let's just put it that way. And it so happened Verizon does have a good network out there.
We do
there
pick
are
up
a lot
well.
of people switching back there.
We have a roaming agreement with Appalachian Wireless. They work in Eastern Kentucky, so we have as good a coverage as it gets in Eastern Kentucky.
Oh wow! So that's the reason.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you bringing this down here.
Not a problem.
And we look forward to you bringing more devices as they come.
They come, I'd love to come show them off. This device is available at retail stores or VerizonWireless.com. You can order it, or if you got a business account, you can contact your business representative, and they can take care of you as well.
And if they happen to be in the Kentucky area,
I am a business representative. You can reach out directly to me, and I'd be happy to take care of them.
how would we get a hold of you?
The best way is just call me directly on my cell. That's 859-537-5274. Or it's Mike.Beagle, and Beagle's Beegle at VerizonWireless.com.
And then you cover the greater Lexington area.
I do. I got a counterpart that splits Lexington with me, and he goes north and west, and I go south. So I cover all of Richmond, Berea, London, Somerset, surrounding counties.
Well, don't try to figure that out. Just call him. He'll
Just
send
call
you to
me.
the right person.
If you're not mine, I'll give you the right person.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for being here.
No problem. I'm glad you had me. We're real excited about this.
Any new things coming down the pike you want to hint about? Or?
Have you seen the teaser for the Thunderbolt?
Yes.
We'll come talk about that when it's ready.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be really close to the Sprint one that's already out, the Evo, but it's a newer.
There's been some comparisons, but it's going to be pretty powerful. Yeah.
Well, all right, we won't spoil it.
We'll
just wait and get you back. All right, thanks again for being here. This is Mike Beagle with Verizon Wireless, and this is the end of our device segment, which is actually a new segment we're doing on this season of Tech Talk. So we'd like to hear your opinions on how we're doing. So send us some email, contact us, put something on the blog. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again, Mike.
Thank you.
Hi, folks. I'm Noma Falta, and I like to rock. You know what else rocks? Wings of Hope magazine. Order yours today. Check it out at WOHMAG.com. That's WOHMAG.com.